listen up. Okay, listen up. Okay, listen up. Okay, listen up. Okay, listen up. Okay.
Yes, I have glasses on. Just want to clean them up enough to take the primer. This one's not that bad. It was underneath. Just a couple places on it. It's pretty decent powder coating, I guess, from what they did for powder coating back then. It's just basically baked enamel. I'm not definite if GM had powder coating back then. Yeah, this one's not that bad. This is the one this is the one down near the road, both sides. So if the wire brush doesn't get it, I also have a sander I'll take to it. Yeah, that's just kind of, well, it's kind of burnishing it off. Thing is, yeah, you see, yeah, this is just burnishing it. It makes it, you can polish the rust. You know, because it's just another oxide, iron oxide, alumina oxide, aluminum oxide. Copper oxide is green. So I never wear gloves with a bench grinder. Wire wheel. Oh, that thing will drag your, even a cheap, you know, the Harbor Freight bullshit. Skill. I took all the guards off and lights and all that crap that's in the way. I need to polish things, you know. Plus I have another polisher, plus a drill-based one, and so I got some things to do. But man, this, well, like I was saying, this is just a cheap bench grinder. That'll drag your hand right in there. You'll be going to the emergency room. Plenty of plastic surgery in your future. That'll, you know. And if you're wearing gloves, it'll de-glove you in a heartbeat. Something's tiny, use vice grips to hold it. I'm at a rough place. Knowing my luck, it's going to fly out of my hands and over there in the weeds, and I'll never recover it. Yeah, I got to get something to get this heavy off of here, so that I can get the wire brush only does. It's good for edges, you know. It doesn't remove any metal or anything. So there's an after just wire brush, and that's a steel brush. You got brass brushes, aluminum brushes. I got tungsten carbide wheels that'll gnaw a hole right through that. You don't want to do that. Oh, I got to resurface the block. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's just burnishing the rust. Woo! See, that wheel just nicked my finger. I pulled back just in time. If that was a glove, that would have taken my hand right down on there. That'd be a viral video, wouldn't it? Okay. This is a cruise control bracket. I got a couple more little things I'll get to tomorrow morning probably. Yeah, this was normally black, see, and a lot of the edges are coming off. This is what I did the first time. I didn't bake it or anything, it's just I didn't prepare the surface hardly at all. It almost wipes off of this powder coating. I guess it's this powder coating. It kind of looks like it. I don't know, don't quote me on that. You have to, maybe it's just baked on enamel. What did the factory do back in 1989 in GM? What did they do back then? Is there any such thing as powder coating? Let me know. Or I'll just look it up myself. Don't you hate it when video creators say, hey, what is this, man? Make a comment. I don't care if you comment or not. I know a lot of creators, they just make videos, post videos. My friend there with the race car driving game there, Kiss Kiss. Him and the Canadian Bubba. They're the only two people that comment on my videos. Supposedly I got all these followers. How come nobody else comments on my videos? Hey Hubba, how you doing? I even posted on Twitter at HubbaBubba01. I don't make any money off these videos. I'm not monetized. It's a poor old white guy fixing a poor old car that nobody else cares about. Yeah, there's just some places the wire wheel can't get in there. That's okay. I thought about breaking out the blaster. I'm like, nah. When I do the undercarriage and then the engine, I'll be using the blaster, but not just for these little brackets here. It's a pain to wheel out the compressor, hook everything up. Get out the blaster. Also, I got boxes and boxes of well, actually 2 boxes of aluminum oxide and 2 boxes of glass beads. Because I was originally going to rescue these factory rims, but then one is bent and one is horribly corroded, and it will not hold air. I would have to, what my original plan was, I was going to clean them up and cut the tires off and get new tires and get one of those little hand-operated tire machines you see, and do them right here. But then I found the wheels that I got, and it's like, oh, this is way better, So I'm not going to reveal those until I put them on. But yeah, these factory wheels are tired and garbage. The tires, I bought them 12 years ago when I bought the car, so They're all dry rotted. There's a lot of tread on them, but they're all dry rotted terribly. And then the rims are just garbage. So, alrighty. I bought this years ago. This is the first time I've ever used this. Brand new. Can't even hardly buy these anymore. Good for a little handheld, you know. That's a nice point. I like the point on there. I got a random orbital too. Same thing, Black & Decker. Little hand, palm. Something like this though, you don't want to go around and around. Like I said, if this thing flies out of my hands, off into the woods over there, what are you going to do? Make sure I get this edge nice. It's the first place paint will lift at on the edges. This is just it's a 220 on here. Got a little dust filter in the back of it. Wow. I guess if you really wanted to, you could probably hook this to like a vacuum, you know? Okay, let's see what this does to the rust. Oh yeah, look at that. This powderizes it. It's not just abrasion, it's the vibration too. I don't want to go too aggressive, you know, with the paper. I know this is down low, well, nobody will ever look at it, but that's not the point. The point is taking the rust off, that way it doesn't, you know, rust has no structural value at all. Nothing. It's a powderized gas, that's all it is. It's coming off the chunk. Yeah, where the powder coating broke through, you know. Then the powder, that's what's bad about powder coating too, that it holds on to moisture, it can get underneath it. All it takes is one little rock or something to come up and hit it really hard, gravel driveway, whatever, you know, run over something on the highway. Kind of a weird angle here. Got 3 bends in it. Boy, that is a chunk right there. Big chunk of powder coating with rust underneath it. Maybe it's not powder coating. I don't know, whatever it was though. It's hard to get off, but you can tell that there's rust underneath it. Yeah, I should have brought out a rougher. The lowest I got, I think, is 80. Yeah, this is 120 right here. Let me see what else I got here. I don't want to go back in. Let's see here, 240. The ones that come with it, of course. Extra backing pads that I bought. Yeah, the lowest I have is the 120. So I thought it would be a little more aggressive than that, but evidently not. But that's okay, because the primer I got is etching primer, so they'll take care of that. And this is pretty good already. I'll wipe them down, then with brake parts cleaner, a clean rag. Then I'll hang them up and put on the coat of the primer I got. It's a quart of Eastwood high build etching primer. Had to dry off again. It's like 80 something degrees, almost 90, and incredibly high humidity as usual. So I got one of these little mixer paddle things. Okay, very, very carefully plunge it down. Just get it moving. And yes, the rotation does matter. You want to pull it up or you want to put it down? You pull it up too fast and you're going to be wearing it. And you put it down too fast, it'll come up the edges. So it's not that bad with a 5-gallon pail. It's pretty easy. A gallon is not bad. Little quart can though, that's really, really tedious. That's why it's in a box, see? And don't worry, I'll be using what's in the lip of the Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. Well, that's why it's inside a cardboard box and not the driveway. I told the owner, I said, you know, hey, I'm not going to make a mess of your property. Then I dump a quart of etching primer right in the parking lot. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? You see how much this bullshit is? When I bought this, it was half the price it is now. I bought this in 2019, and yeah, 2019. So 5 years ago. Oh yeah, tell me the price of this hasn't gone up. It's Eastwood high build self-etching primer. You know, I'm not going to break out the gun for all of this. Just the 3 little brackets, you know. This is the heavy duty. Normally I'd be wearing gloves. I probably will when I'm painting. But with this primer, it really doesn't matter. Okay, well, get one coat on this here. I was just talking with my friend there, so I didn't want to have that recorded. So I got one more to go. And they say, okay, there's all 3. You know, I just realized I got the date. So I got this vacuum ball hooked up to the vacuum pump, and it's held for about 3 days now, so I know it's not leaking or anything. So it's all cleaned up, ready to be painted. I tried to get it back to black, but I etched it really, really good the first time, and I don't want to dig into the plastic. You know, it is ABS, but it's only just a few millimeters thick. You know, that's why I was checking it. So I put a nice primer on there, and like a chromish color paint, you know, just up. I don't want it just black and visible, you know. That looks weird in an engine bay, but not green. That looks even worse. All right. So. And then today, it's late in the day. Get cooler a little bit later, but I gotta get power out to my car, and then I got some brackets to clean up and recoat. One is really, really rusty, so gotta get. Okay, now we got the right time and date. It's 8 o'clock. This is one coat of etching primer. Just paint it on with a brush. No big deal. It's just a beginning coat anyway. It's acid primer. So I'll come out in a couple hours and recoat them again. We'll leave them overnight. And paint them. Okay, this is 2 coats. This last coat's nice and heavy, and it etches right into the first coat. So, and it levels it out and all that. Yeah, this is right out of the can. You just mix it really, really good and put it on with a brush. If you do want to put it through a gun, you got to reduce it and all that, you know. I like it like this though, because then you can put it on heavy, you know. But just that initial coat is the most important, because that's what this next coat etches into. Let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'll be able to hit it with the color and the clear and a heat gun. I have to do all I can to preserve these brackets. Alrighty.
Hasta la vista.